Okay.
Okay.
Don't start the Kahoot yet.
No, but we are live. The music is playing.
Hello.
Hey,
Okay.
it's some dude named DJ, Vishay, and No Burn Yet. We got 3 players in the lobby.
Excellent.
And I'm gonna turn the music down. The music tonight is this from this old video about Wownero by this Russian guy who is like talking in Russian about like mining with the NVIDIA versus AMD, this coin that I created. And at the end of his like mining review video, he plays a song about Wownero. And somebody linked me, which is what is looping in the background right now.
That's hilarious.
Yeah. I'm always struggling to find music, and I just came across this recently, so I was like, okay, we'll use the WoW song. So here we go.
Very funny.
It's got a nice vibe, kind of low key.
And the interesting thing is that Kahoot has its own music as well.
I know. I turned that off, though. Yes, I turned that off. And I can't even hear the WoW music, honestly. So hopefully it is at an appropriate sound decibel. I think I've got that kind of figured out. I'm going to turn it down a little more, even though while we wait. Yeah, so we got a decent number of people. We got 10 people in the lobby now. I am jwinterm or John Winter Murphy, and I'm here with mvea.
Hello.
And we do trivia once a month now with the 1,000 moon prize, although we'll see how that continues going forwards. Yeah, I mean, it's $200 or something right now, $180.
It's not bad.
And yeah, the show is themed, and it's usually some cryptocurrency theme, and it takes about 15 or 20 minutes to play. And you got to get the questions right, and you have to answer them quickly. As you can see on the screen, if you're watching the YouTube live stream, faster equals more points. So try to answer quickly, but correctly is more important. This is something that we like to do as kind of an educational thing and to give away some moons. And this Kahoot is a premium version of Kahoot that can support up to 2,000 players, which we currently have 11 players, so we can take more. Our premium version is sponsored by Magic Grants, which is a nonprofit who supports research and development in cryptocurrency world, public blockchain infrastructure, as we like to say. I am, full disclosure, I am on the board of Magic Grants, and also Hydrate Labs is the one who actually pays for it. He's a NFT enthusiast and author, and he paid for the premium version so that we can support up to 2,000 players. So if you enjoy the show, please tell a friend, and at least until we get closer to 2,000 players, tell a friend.
Yes.
Did you have any stuff you wanted to talk about here while we kill time for a few minutes? I'm gonna turn the music off also.
Yeah, GR Paris is saying that we need to speak louder, but I think we're loud enough, really.
Oh,
Hopefully,
I'm not even looking at the chat. Sorry.
Look, hopefully some of you also caught up with the podcast that was that went live yesterday. If you want to learn more about what's going on with moons. So that should be interesting. Otherwise, as JW is saying, we can accommodate a lot more people, like 200 times more people than we have got now. So do let your friends and family know.
Yeah.
And also also we did get feedback as expected from the Europeans that this is a really bad time for them. So we will make it a different time next month. Definitely.
Yes, we were planning on making it a different time this month, and then we kept we kept getting delayed, waiting for Reddit to announce what they were going to do with the contract, and so we just ended up going at 9:30 p.m. Eastern time again. But we promise next month we will do it 12 hours or so different, so that at least Europeans who don't have a job can play, I guess.
That's right. Well, you can still play at work.
Sure.
That's
yeah.
okay. Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, the moons thing is obviously the big topic of discussion in the subreddit and has been for the last month. So it's been announced by Reddit they're going to renounce the contract. So there's now a fixed supply of moons, and so perhaps we're going to be a little more stingy with the moon prizes going forwards. We'll see.
We might. Yeah, I think you're right. 1,000 moons is very generous.
I mean, yeah, Reddit used to give out 2 to 3 million moons every month, and they would give the moderators 2 to 300,000, right? Because we get 10%, and so and then the mod community account, the moon distributor would hold one share, so that one share would be 20,000 moons per month or something that we could use for things like this and other stuff, and it also just continued to accrue, and we used it for the sushi swap rewards. So that stream of moons is no longer existent. So we'll see how things go moving forwards. But for this show, at least 1,000 moon prize. So good luck to everyone. We have 16 players now. I guess we'll wait a few more minutes.
We will. Yeah, we do have time. It may be next month, JW, that we drop the price pulled down to 100 moons, to be honest, because 1,000 is probably
massive decrease.
We may have to.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, even at that, even 100 moons at 20 cents is $20 to,
$20.
For 20 minutes of your time. I think we probably go a little higher than that, but we'll see.
Maybe. All right. Maybe 500. Maybe it'll be a decreasing, we'll do it at half-life, 500 to 50.
I guess the other option is we could have, we could try and rather than just have Hydrate get free advertising for a whole year for, he paid, I think,
good point,
$300 or something to get this. So, rather than my really terrible title slide that's up there right now while we banter, we could have a
sponsor.
Sponsor, exactly, for, 500
great
moons or 200 moons or whatever.
That's a great idea. And then they pay the price. Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah, they got to buy the moons, and then we put their banner up there before we do the game.
That's a great idea. Let's should start
17 players now.
Let's fewer than normal, really. Maybe because the Europeans are not around.
Yeah, it's a late Monday night, I guess.
Yeah.
It's not exactly the best time.
But you know what? More moons for the rest of you. Hey?
Exactly. Yeah, you have a better chance to win, which is part of the reason why I feel like this doesn't grow as much, because I think people understand that, and they don't want to share with their friends because they think then it's less of a chance. I guess if the prize was smaller, there would be less of an incentive to not share with your friends. But we'll see. It is 9:34.
9:34.
We got 18 now.
18.
Down to 17. Somebody left. This, yeah.
It goes up and down.
I'm not gonna reveal the theme and give anybody any clues. You gotta wait one more minute. I guess we'll wait one more minute. It's 9:35, or
I think so. One more minute.
Okay. Cool. We killed the music already. I think we can go. Let me go to the next slide. Oh, now everybody can see me and see how many players we have. MVEA is now a player in the game.
I've just joined. Yeah. Why not?
Yeah, it looks like the stream is working though. I'm gonna like just double check because
Yeah, it's
sometimes I
looking
think
good.
are you watching the stream?
Yeah, I'm watching the stream.
Okay,
Looks
cool.
good.
Cool,
Yeah.
cool. Yeah, I got my custom moons background I just made in Adobe Photoshop right before we started the show.
Nice.
And it is 9:36, so I guess 18 players. Nope, down to 17. Here we go. We're gonna get going before we lose
All right.
anybody else. All right, we're back up to 18.
Let's go.
Let's go. We're gonna start Kahoot at work. Here we go. Our cryptocurrency November 2023 trivia. 3, 2, and blast off.
That's it.
Quiz question: when was the Bitcoin white paper published?
When? Oh, gee.
Yeah, it's actually relatively close to this time of year, which three
That's a
of the
clue.
answers were, yeah, a pretty even split distribution on it was Halloween 2008 was the correct answer.
Mm,
And we got Einstein Crew, Leji, and Kaiju leading the way, MVA in fourth.
well done. Well done. Well, there you go.
Yeah, we were supposed to do this Kahoot 2 weeks ago, right? So that would have been much
Right.
closer to
Perfect.
Halloween. So next, word cloud. This one doesn't count, but what words come to mind when you hear Bitcoin white paper? You're just supposed to type something in. I guess I shouldn't have made it 30 seconds. Sorry, that was too long. I should have gave you like 10 seconds. That was way too long, huh? This is really, it's already awkward now, me just like sitting here talking while we wait for people to, I got 13 answers though. Not bad.
Word cloud.
Yeah. I think the first time I played Kahoot was at like a startup school thing and they were using it, the word cloud, a lot. Like, so I was like, oh, I'll throw one in and see what we get. Satoshi, blockchain, a lot of unique moon white paper, baby. That's a good one. Start a Bitcoin, millionaire,
Nice.
the holy text. That's a good one. Okay, so back to real questions now. Quiz. What is the email address for the author on the Bitcoin white paper?
The email address. Gee whiz. Oh, gosh.
We got Satoshi at Gmail, maybe. Satoshi at GMX. Satoshi N at GMX, or Satoshi Nakamoto.
Oh, what?
Only one person got the right answer.
Trick question.
Wow. No, it's not a trick question. That's the real email address. Satoshi N for Nakamoto.
Oh, that's at the end. The end threw everyone off.
That's the email address.
It's a trick question. Yeah, well.
So only one. So let's see. Einstein.
Well done.
Crew
Who got
still
it?
in first, I think. Einstein
It
Crew.
must have been here. Must have been Einstein who got
I
it.
think I got yeah. True or false? In the first sentence of the white paper, Satoshi describes a purely peer-to-peer version of electronic cash.
eCash. Nice one. Well,
I think
you take it as it is. That wasn't
yeah.
a trick question, so
12 got it right, 7 got it wrong.
that's not bad.
So
Not bad.
yeah, now knowing that the Bitcoin white paper was published on Halloween and seeing the first few questions here, I think you can probably guess what the topic is here. The Bitcoin white paper. Oh, so we got a switch up in the leaderboard. Leji is in first. Now MVA is not going to win, but we got no.
No, I'm not going to win here. Don't worry about me. I'm just mucking around here. I'm just making up the numbers. But yeah, no, I think people have worked out the theme. Yeah, the theme is Bitcoin.
The Bitcoin white paper, sure. In section 2 on transactions, Satoshi says, we define an electronic coin as unspent account balance, unspent transaction outputs, proof of work reward, or a chain of digital signatures. So this is a pretty technical quiz.
is.
I would
It's
say
tricky.
it's always whenever I make them. I'm sorry, I make them pretty technical. We got 6 people with the right
Ooh,
answer.
I didn't get it right.
Einstein crew back in first, and
Good
Leggy
job.
still in second, and I'm a Freemason. So, true or false? The author of the Bitcoin white paper has been publicly
Oh, come on.
identified.
This
Come
should
on.
be easy. This should be easy. If you
Well,
get
I
it
don't know.
wrong,
We'll see. Let's see.
go
Let's
home.
see. Let's see what the
Well, actually,
what the breakdown is. Yeah.
there's quick
You never know.
why.
2 people said true, right? See, there you go.
There are people who
You
put their
never
hand
know
up.
what people know, right?
That's right.
Um, all right, Leggy bumped up to first. You got Einstein and Freemason still second and third. Slider, it's a slider. How many times has the Bitcoin white paper been cited?
Gee.
This is a tough one, I gotta say. Between 0 and 20,000 times, what would you guess? How many times has it been cited in academic literature? 13,000? No, I don't think it's that high. 4,000. We got 4,000. I think one person got it, maybe Einstein crew.
Really? Well done. How?
Leggy and Max, maybe pure luck. Who knows?
How
True
could
or
anyone
false?
know that?
Satoshi discusses the privacy model of Bitcoin in the white paper. Is that something? I like this background
you'd
image.
think
I
that
thought
this
this
would
was a
be-
good one.
No, it's a fantastic image. Now you'd think that it would be straightforward. Yeah.
Yeah, there's a full section on
it.
privacy in the Bitcoin
There
white
it is.
paper.
Yeah.
It's not very long. I mean, the whole white paper is very readable. I would recommend taking a look at it if you have not. So on our scoreboard now, all right, we got Einstein crew, I'm a Freemason, and no burn yet, rounding out the top 3. Now we got a puzzle. The steps to run the network are, this one is kind of tricky. You have to put the steps to run the network in order for like a node accepting traffic on the network. There's 2 of these sliders in the whole Kahoot. I will warn you, this is the first one. I gave you like extra time. This one, honestly, in retrospect, I feel like sometimes I kind of say that your questions are ambiguous. I feel like this one could be a little ambiguous. Only 2 people got it right, so clearly.
Well done to the 2.
I guess maybe it was Einstein crew and Freemason. I'm not sure. All right, we got another poll. Have you ever read the Bitcoin white paper? Just curious, how many people have ever read the Bitcoin white paper?
Well, read it.
Or if you've read it, like, have you looked at it? Have you really read it?
Yeah, I read it.
Like,
most people
studied it like scripture. I got a pretty even distribution there. Okay, slider, another slider. I think it's 2 sliders and 2 puzzles. How many references, citations are in the Bitcoin white paper? So the first one is how many times was it cited? This one is how many times or how many references are in the actual paper, between 0 and 40.
I'm guessing. Again, how would anyone know this unless they really, well, it says I'm almost correct.
Maybe by this point they have the Bitcoin white paper open, perhaps. 8
well, you know what? You know what? That's a good idea. That's a good idea.
We got Einstein crew, Max, and mvea and Leggy now in the top 3 or 4. True or false? Adam Back is cited twice in the references section.
Oh, gee.
Adam Back is the author of Hash Cash.
Guessing. I say true, but no, I'm wrong.
False. This was my attempt at a trick question. Just one, but yeah, okay. I know you always throw in a trick question, so now I feel like I have to when I make them. All right, we got Einstein, Max, and Leggy in the top 3. Quiz. Multi-select. So what 2 mechanisms, you have to select 2, does Satoshi describe in the incentive section? So what are the 2 incentives he talks about? First transaction in a block is a special transaction giving coins to miners, staking interest, demurrage, or transaction fees. So you have to select 2 of them. for what the incentives of the Bitcoin network are. And the correct answers were the Coinbase transaction is that first transaction in a block,
Yep.
and transaction fees. So I think
Nice.
both people got that one right.
Yep.
And we got Einstein, Max, and Freemason here.
Well done.
Another puzzle. All right, so order the steps for miners to mine a block. This one is actually, it has some overlap with the first puzzle. So hopefully maybe more than 2 people will get this one. Sorry. I should have just not included any puzzles, like honestly. I felt like, you know, it's there, so I have to use it, but that's not true. It's like I don't have to use it like, just because it's there.
It's
right?
a good idea. I mean, it's good to have variety, right?
Yeah, I suppose. All right.
Let's see.
We got four people got it right, so major
well done.
improvement, doubled, and I guess Einstein, Max, and Freemason maybe were all of the 4 because no change. Quiz, double points. Double points. What is the last sentence of the Bitcoin white paper? Yeah, we're coming down to the wire. You got one answer in there you can just throw out right away, and then you got 3 more. Final sentences.
This is hard. Well, look, if you've got a white paper open, this is easy.
Right. If you've got the paper open by now, then hopefully you can get this one. 5 people got it. Any needed rules and incentives can be enforced with this consensus mechanism.
Who ends a paper like that?
It's a fairly, well, I mean, it's a very final statement, like it's very deterministic, I guess, right? There's no more, anything you need can be supplied, right? All right, so we got now Einstein, Max, and Vishay has bumped up into 3rd. 2 more questions to go, and they're both double points. So
double points.
True or false? Double points. The first reference in the Bitcoin white paper is to Wei Dai's paper titled E-Money. So the first reference in the white paper is to Wei Dai's paper titled E-Money.
I want to guess this one.
Wei Dai, this paper was written in 1998, and a lot of the same characteristics as Bitcoin are described in this paper.
Well, I think this is tricky, right? It says, yeah, I got this right. It says the first reference, yeah.
It is the first reference, but it was a trick question. I'm sorry, I did 2 trick questions. This one, the paper is B money. It's not E money, it's B money.
Oh, I see. Tricky.
And I went and I looked, yes, that was very tricky. I'm sorry. B money, I was like, what is B money? I can't even figure out what the B, like I went and looked at the original email he wrote to like the cryptographer's email list, and I still have no clue what the hell B money is. E money sounded like it could be the real thing, right? So let's see. We got Einstein, Max, and now Mr. Blowjangles. Man, and look at the point differential between Einstein, Max, and then Mr. Blowjangles. Like I think we know who has the Bitcoin white paper open at this point. Possibly. All right, last question. Quiz, double points. The key innovation in the Bitcoin white paper was to. This is on the heels of the last, because I mentioned when the last one was up that a lot of what Bitcoin was described in that Wei Dai paper.
That's right.
10 years beforehand. So what was it really unique about Bitcoin? Yeah, that's what it was. Using proof of work to make transaction history immutable, right? So, proof of work already existed, right? Proof of work was invented by Adam Back in 2001, maybe, and this whole system of digital money existed according to Wei Dai in 1998, maybe, but it took until 2008 for somebody to kind of put it all together into Bitcoin. So let's see who is on the podium. We have in 3rd place MVEA. Get out of here.
I'm not gonna win anything, so sorry.
Yeah, so we'll see.
The last question was a bit, it was okay. The last question, so
it was like the learning thing, and so we had Blowjangles. So it is.
Good job. So who was number 4?
Einstein, Max, and Mr. Blowjangles.
Okay.
were the winners. So thank you
Well done.
everyone for playing. I think we can go. I don't know. I'll get it. I promise I will send out moons to the winners within the
Yes.
next 24 hours. And yeah, thank you everyone for playing. And we will see you all. It should be earlier, I guess, before we go, right? It should be on, well, I guess I can tell you. The first Monday of December would be Monday, December 4th, which is in 2 weeks from today. So in 2 weeks from today, we will be back to do a less technical Kahoot, I guess, and we'll see. Maybe we'll do 1,000 moons again, I guess, in 2 weeks. Why not?
Why not?
Yeah.
Well,
I don't know.
see.
Maybe not. We'll
Let's
see.
see what happens.
Maybe 500. Yeah. But it's only 2 weeks
Anything
away,
can-
right? Yeah.
Hey,
So-
look, we don't know.
Yeah.
What happens if Reddit burns the contract and then moons go up to $1? Then you might
That's
go.
fair. Yeah, and there's really no actually there. I mean, I guess the prize is totally up to us. We probably should reduce it a little bit after this, but
I
we'll
reckon
see.
we should.
Yeah, 2 weeks from today, it'll
love
be
it.
in the morning, so it's
Yeah.
in a
How
little
do you
bit less.
spell? How do you spell Mr. Bojangles? It's just as you
I
say.
will
it,
put
Mr. Yeah, can you
I put it
post
in
the winners
chat, yeah,
and post it somewhere? Yeah.
I just put it in the Discord. Okay, cool.
Okay.
Thank you everyone for playing, and we'll see
Joe.
you in a couple of weeks. Thanks, MVEA. Have a good night or morning.
See you all.